So maybe
and white.
Maybe there needs to be more black people watching UFC, and maybe they won't be able to get away with downplaying and being racist.
Dude.
Yeah, it does.
No,
it does.
It doesn't.
Why doesn't it mean anything?
Okay. First off, telling more black people to watch MMA is like telling more black people to watch NASCAR to save the sport. First off, no one gives a fuck about NASCAR.
But what you're saying is they're not putting money behind this champion because
no, they're not.
He's not going to make money. Guess who's watching UFC? Racist white dudes like Conor McGregor who are fuckboy tools. Sorry to tell you that.
But black
people
already watch MMA.
I'm not saying that they're not,
so
but I'm saying the majority of their fan base is, that's why McGregor is their cash cow, and that's also why
find another white person.
Also why people don't give a fuck about Khabib. Dude, honestly, nobody gives a fuck about. He's a great fighter, and he's been a great fighter for a really long time.
27,
but he's not marketable, so nobody gives a fuck about him.
He's not marketable.
I'm sorry.
I think he's Muslim or something.
And if he leaves,
he's Russian or
and if he leaves, nobody's gonna care. Like, honestly, the UFC is going to go about their business.
They're going to find somebody else.
Continue marketing their racist fighters to their racist fans.
No, racist storylines.
Bro, why do you think this shit happens? Because people buy it. Because that's their audience. It's not that fucking hard, man. Come on.
Yeah, but it's still trash.
Like,
that's why UFC can never overtake boxing.
Bro.
That's why UFC will never overtake boxing, because when it comes down to it, cats still got to get in the ring. And you don't want to see unprofessional shit every time cats step in the ring. It's like if every time after a football game, cats got into a fist fight. That shit would get old after a while.
Like the XFL?
The XFL was just trash. We're not going to sit up here and even...
All right, man. Well, let's get back to football. I'm over this shit.
Yeah, like I said, Drew Brees is still arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. Even though people give
Definitely arguably.
People give him crap like, oh, most of the teams you played on weren't winning teams. Well, if you played for the Saints, you'd have a hard time winning too, especially when they had no defense for years. And it was just him and Sean Payton. And then Reggie Bush. But they used Reggie Bush wrong. But anyway.
You want to talk about the Jags, right? So let's get to that.
The Jaguars signed Jamal Charles.
Yeah, boy.
You got to stop saying that.
I will when you stop hyping up washed-up, overrated players.
I mean, he went to Texas.
Well, you somehow have weird attachment to. I don't even know why you like Jamal Charles. Out of all the players you like Jamal Charles makes the least amount of sense.
He's like the one dude on that Texas team I respected offensively. And I watched his career like that was a bad motherfucker. Jamal Charles was one of the best backs in the league at one point and wasn't getting credit for it. And I wish the Raiders would have drafted him because they passed on him. Yeah, he was I think a third or fourth round pick. He was like a mid to late round pick. Jamal Charles was, but yeah, Leonard Fournette not playing is really kind of shocking to me because I saw like
is it really because that's not what he did all in college?
I saw like a cryptic tweet where he was like, "Man, you do everything." You put your body online for people, and they still don't appreciate it. I'm just like, what's that situation in Jackson? Is there trouble in Jacksonville? Is there trouble in Duval County? Aside from the horrible crime rate?
The Ferrari is great, but it got to go all the time.
Shout out to TJ Yeldon for helping save my fantasy team. But anyway.
Said nobody ever. I was disgusting.
No, it says a lot of people.
That's disgusting. You really talked about TJ Yeldon on this podcast.
Shameless
I'm
plug?
Mad.
Shameless plug?
No, I'm mad.
I'm mad that I let go of Isaiah Crowell and then he had the biggest game in Jets history. I'm mad about that. Lost him in waivers after I cut him.
Kenny.
All right, I'll stop.
Yeah, nobody cares about your fantasy team, bro. Like, for real. Your boy Blake Bortles. I forgot what stat I read.
4 picks last year. When Fournette doesn't play, they're actually really good.
I think he has like 13 pick sixes, which is like an all-time high.
It's Matt Schabish.
How do you throw that many pick sixes?
Just really good at you study so much film
not
that
knowing
you know
how
where
to tackle.
You know where the defense is going to be, and you just
not
throw
knowing
it.
How to tackle. That on one of them, he tried to tackle, and that shit was ass. Like, it was horrible. Like, I get it, you're not trying to throw out your shoulder, but you really just gonna give up a touchdown like that? Come on.
Might as well throw out his shoulder. At least have an excuse for why he sucks so much. Like, honestly, at one point, are they going to be like, yo, dog, we got to get a quarterback in the draft?
Or just send the Raiders a second-round pick for Derek Carr.
Bortles for Carr? That's a bad trade.
I said send a second-round pick for Derek Carr. I did not say I did not say
you would rather have a second-round pick and no one than Blake Bortles on the Raiders.
At this point,
that's the Kerry Collins years.
Point, am I really
then Amari
a we?
Cooper gets traded to the.
At this point, am I even a we with that team?
Yeah, I'm a Rams fan, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Sound like my dad, but all right.
But anyway,
Bortles is keeping the Jaguars back. Your boy,
they're really
Jalen Ramsey. Let's talk about it. Got ate up by a return specialist.
He kind of did.
A return specialist
with 4.25 speed.
He talked smack about him all week. Called him a return specialist. And guess what?
He won some. He lost some.
Like someone said, he got tired of chasing him around all game.
Yeah, because he runs a 4.25.
Let me put it to you this way.
I'd be tired of chasing a 4.25 guy too, because you ain't catching him.
Hill made Jalen Ramsey look like a safety again.
It's like he doesn't realize I have soundboard right here, and he could just like hint at what sound effect he wants me to play. I could just be petty and read his mind and pick one. So he goes like a fucking Neanderthal.
Whatever, man. This podcast starting in a room with ambient noise, so there's ambient noise. Oh well.
Speaking of ambient noise, those groans that you might be hearing. Jameis Winston starts for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Atlanta Falcons this week. Devontae Freeman still is hurt.
Which, man, the Falcons need to pull their head out.
I feel bad for Julio. He's they're phasing him out of the offense that was based on him.
Should have took a trade when he had a chance.
And they can't run the ball, but they won't throw him the ball and give him touchdowns, but they'll give him yardage. He's on pace to apparently have 2,000 receiving yards, which is shocking to me. It's like, damn, y'all really don't want. He really gonna have ugly touchdown numbers when he retires.
They just had too many damn injuries the past 2 seasons, and the wheels have completely fallen off.
Matt Ryan has not been injured, so let's discuss this dynamic because there's a lot of quarterbacks that are just. Matt Ryan, I feel like he's leading that charge.
He's better than Eli and Blake Bortles.
And Flacco. He's better than Flacco. I don't care if Flacco won a ring.
I feel like he's in the same league as Flacco.
Because he
I feel
makes a stupid amount of money.
I feel like Matt Ryan, Flacco, and Derek Carr are all in that same category.
Wow.
And Matthew Stafford's an inch above.
He's above all of them because he's gotten better progressively in his career.
Yeah,
he's the best he's ever been. But
yeah,
their defense is soft. At least Jared Davis is playing soft. Every time I see him, he's getting ran over. And I think everybody wanted him to be a Raider.
Has Stafford gotten hurt in 2 seasons?
He hasn't got hurt in a minute.
That's crazy.
But when he does get hurt, he plays he played with a separated shoulder.
Yeah, but when he first came in the league, he was getting hurt all the time.
He was a tough dude, though. Yeah, because they were terrible. 0-16.
Dan Orlovsky in the league.
Yeah, now he has a job, I think NFL Network or something.
Him and Nate Burleson, like old times.
But anyway, speaking of injuries, Jay Yahi, former Boise State great, London native. By the way, Jacksonville might just move to London permanently. Tore his ACL, out for the season, but he had an insurance policy on himself. That's pretty brilliant. That's wickedly brilliant. I don't know if a lot of cats have that.
They do. It's a pretty common trend these days.
Oh. Okay. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, it's pretty common.
I know it's built into team contracts and stuff, but I'm like, did he have a separate one?
No, it's pretty common though.
Same thing with Marquette King.
I don't know about that. I didn't know Marquette King did.
I don't know. He pretty much got hurt. They put him on IR. They cut him. He wasn't playing good anyway. And now he's out of the league. I just want to see part 2 of that video. I hope he actually kicked that doll that's supposed to look like Chucky. But anyway, so the trade deadline is coming up. There's Arizona in particular. They have Dayon Buchanan and Hassan Riddick, who just really aren't meshing well in that defense. Because maybe Deion Buchanan was the safety at Washington State, and they had him play middle linebacker for like 3 or 4 years, and they're surprised that the results aren't working out, when at best he could have just played outside linebacker. But, hey, and Hassan Riddick, they wanted to use him as like this hybrid 3-4 defensive end, and it's not really working out. I'm surprised it didn't work out with him and Chandler Jones, but I think he still has a bright future and can play.
Didn't they move to a 4-3?
I think they moved.
Yeah, because Wilkes is from the Panthers.
Yeah, but they still run They run a 4-3.
I'm pretty sure they run a 4-3 defense.
But they also run like some 3-4. They kept some of it, and they just move Peterson around to the best receiver. But for a team that you think might need to move on from some people, who do you think? Give me like 3 people who you think could get traded legitimately.
I mean, outside of Le'Veon, we don't really see a lot of trades go down in the NFL, mainly because people overvalue draft picks and the crapshoot that is the NFL draft, number one. And number two, it's like, what can you possibly trade those 2 players for that's going to make you any better? Because
another player?
Because those players are going to have to get integrated into your system. You're going to have to put them back into your scheme. Team chemistry is a variable. So usually teams just err on the side of caution, because that's the NFL, by trading them for draft picks or cutting them and really just moving the next person up who's been in there in the locker room since training camp, knows the scheme, knows the players, knows strengths and weaknesses, and they can kind of work with that because they see that person in practice. That's just how the NFL works, honestly.
All right. Well, I think personally the Raiders and the Cardinals should just trade.
You've been saying that.
Carl Joseph and somebody else for Deion Buchanan and Hassan Riddick. Honestly. Hassan Riddick can play 4-3 base end. That's what he was in college. Walk-on cornerback, stupid speed, great strength. He can play. He actually would probably be a better fit than Bruce Irvin. Honestly. Or, maybe he'd be somebody.
He's kind of undersized, though, too.
Yeah, but he can still play in a base 4-3.
Can he? Because he hasn't proven that.
He was like a 3. He played like a couple different positions.
At Temple, he played like 7 positions.
No, he was a walk-on cornerback. He kept getting bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
And became like an All-American defensive end. And
why is he playing linebacker?
Because Cardinals ran a 3-4 at the time.
Because he's undersized.
He's 6'3", 250, but
his arms aren't particularly long for his frame or the position.
No, they
are.
No,
that's you want to look up his scouting report? That's what it says.
It's more like
okay, I lied. I made it up.
It's more like it's more like a run. It's more like his run fit. And for people who don't know what run fit means, it pretty much just means how you actually play against the run. He might play too high, but in this stance, I think he could be a pretty decent linebacker if they let him grow into it. But you move a guy to different positions, where Chandler Jones is mainly that rush guy who can play a little bit of linebacker, but he's mainly a rush guy. They didn't really try that with Hassan Riddick. They didn't say, okay, you're just going to, be that pass rush duo, and switching to a 4-3 doesn't really help. So there's that. But I think him and Deion Buchanan should get moved somewhere. Deion Buchanan could play safety, but I still think he could be a good outside linebacker. But the fact that they had him at middle linebacker for so many years, it kind of ruined him. It takes a toll on your body. So, I don't know. Those trades could work. But anyway, on to something a little bit more shocking. We're just going to do a quick sweep through of divisions so far. The Rams have the best record in the NFL. I just want to know, we kind of all saw this coming because they're 5-0, but did you really expect the Bengals to be this good?
No.
They're 4-1.
Nope. Didn't expect it at all. And honestly,
do you think they're going to make the
haven't
playoffs?
we seen this act with the Bengals before, and usually the